All right, now we're going to get to a part of Genesis that people either love or they absolutely hate. And by the way, I'm not going to get into any arguments with anybody about this, but if you want to discuss it, then that would be great. But I'm definitely not going to argue about anything in the Bible, especially something non-salvational. But I find this very interesting. This is the history of the ancient nations. These are all the prototype nations. Before we begin, I want you to notice a pattern that is with all three of the sons of Noah. It says they're all divided in their lands, everyone after his tongue, that's his language, after their families in their nations. This is a picture of what the earth looked like right after the Tower of Babel, and that happened about 2270 BC when you look at the biblical chronology, and it lines up with world history. Now, nations were already settling before the tower, but this is what it looked like after the people's languages were divided. We know that because in the line of Shem, it says in the days of Peleg, the earth was divided, and that was the fourth generation, and we don't see anybody going past the fourth generation in Genesis 10. So let's look at the sons of Japheth. These are the history of the Indo-European people. It says, now these are the generations of the sons of Noah, Shem, Ham, and Japheth, and unto them were sons born after the flood, the sons of Japheth. Gomer. Now, Gomer is the ancestor of the Sumerian people that started off in Galatia and Asia Minor. Magog, that's the Tartar, a lot of Russian type people, nomadic people up there. Madai, that's the Medes. Javan, that's the Greeks. We'll talk more about him in a moment. And then we have Tubal, specifically in Cappadocia. Also, going back to Magog, that's also the Scythian peoples. We have Meshech. This could be linked to the ancient tribe of Muskoi, the Muskoi, that ancient Moscow. And then we have Tiras. These were pirate seafaring people around the coast of modern-day Italy. And then we have the sons of Gomer. It says Ashkenaz. These are the ancient Germanic people. In fact, Germanic Jews are called Ashkenazi Jews. We got Riploth. This root seems to have something very similar with the ancient Celtic roots, so many people think this is the ancestor of the Celts. Some of these are a lot more shaky evidence than others. And then we got Togarmah. That's the ancestor of the Armenians. It goes into the sons of Javan, Elishish. That's probably Sardinia. Tarshish, that was on the coasts of Italy. Kittim, that is Cyprus. And then Dodanim, that's Rhodes. It says, by these were the isles of the Gentiles divided in their lands, everyone after his tongue, after his families, in their nations.